It's the Frustrated Rockstars. Of course, I'm Justin, that's Jeff, respectively. And we're here in beautiful Sandy Springs at the On the Wax Tavern.
We're back at our home.
They make a mean
base.
drink.
Yeah, they make a mean drink, and we're having a lot of fun here. And it's walking distance from my house.
A long walk, yeah.
So, big news last week.
Yeah.
iTunes has now exceeded Walmart in sales of music.
It's ridiculous, but it's true.
And they're not really...
I guess it was inevitable, but it's still a surprise.
It's just funny to think that
it's a milestone.
They're not really selling any physical thing. They're selling digital files, and they're selling more of that than all the CDs combined.
It's like selling radio airtime.
Right.
You're really selling
You're selling air.
It's what do they call it? An intangible inventory.
Yeah. But wow, is music intangible? Hell no. But when you get it through a wire, you can't.
You just think about it. I'm 36 years old. I mean, that's not old.
No.
And in my time, I've seen 8-tracks, vinyl, cassettes, CDs, MP3s. I mean, I've seen like 6 versions of music.
And you're like me. You mostly grew up with cassettes. We came of age in the era of cassettes.
Really, in vinyl.
Well,
CDs didn't come along till, for me at least.
But you bought a lot of cassettes. You didn't buy a lot of vinyl albums.
No.
Yeah, you bought a lot of cassettes.
By the time I came of age and I was buying my own music, I was buying cassettes.
And then CDs came out, and you had to buy CDs.
I think I started buying CDs in like 91.
Yeah.
For me, it was 91. They were around, but I didn't do it till about 91.
Right.
But I'm usually a couple years behind on everything.
Right. Just like now, you're a little behind on the MP3s.
Right. But I'm there. I know what's going on.
Right.
I just haven't become an everyday user.
You hang on a little bit.
Yeah, I do hang on.
I do too.
I'm a bit of a hang. You're right.
I do too.
Well, this is what I know.
And that's the question. Are CDs the new vinyl? I mean, no one walks around with their vinyl records and plays them, except for, I don't know,
DJs.
Yeah. Yeah, but they got special, and even now they've got
but they're still into it.
Yeah, look, by the time it's through, it's just gonna be someone sitting with a Macintosh.
Right.
At every concert, every sound event.
I remember my youth, and definitely when I had my own DJ business, I would spend all my days off in record stores, filing through. It would take all day, but I loved it. The smell, the discoveries.
And that's not the same as going to an online retailer and just clicking to buy music.
Plus, back in those days, you gotta remember you didn't have the blogs, you didn't have the chat rooms. That was a place you met other music fans.
Music stores?
Yeah, you'd be sitting there, and I couldn't help but notice you were looking at the LA Guns, and before you knew it, there was no online.
You could pick up chicks there.
You could pick up chicks there. I think it's really a missed experience now from this generation. They have no idea what that's like. They probably haven't been in a record store, most of them.
You're right. I mean, the only record store they've been in are Best Buy and Walmart. That Best Buy was the next biggest. There was iTunes, Walmart, and then Best Buy.
Right.
Which I buy a lot of CDs there, but nowadays, if you want to get an old, this is the good part about iTunes being so big is they can release any back catalog of albums. It doesn't cost anything.
Right.
No, you can't release the entire catalog of the Smithereens or Don Felder or any kind of random artist.
Right.
Best Buy's not going to stock that.
Right.
But you can digitally, so you could download that stuff online.
Even these jukeboxes nowadays have every song ever made now.
Right, you can download it and play it right there on demand, and that's the good part about it.
That's the good part.
Of course, the bad part is you don't have the physical feeling of really getting into a band and going and looking for it, and I think it's funny that right down the road here, there's one of those used CD stores.
Right.
The CD warehouse, and I swear to God, under the sign it says, "The future of music." That's the furthest from the truth.
Well, 6 years ago when they opened it, it was.
Well, no, but
oh my gosh, you can go and buy a used CD. Because before you couldn't.
Right.
There was no Craigslist. You had to buy the album new.
Right. But you know what's funny is
now that was a big deal when that came out.
That's where I buy my CDs now.
Well, yeah.
Because it's the only place you can buy back catalogs, and of course they're cheaper. So it's like.
Now you see, I still buy records online, or CDs. I mean online.
Like Amazon, and you buy the physical thing, but you do it online, which is another big business. You get Amazon has like 6% of the record buying market. So.
You can get a used CD on there. They usually have, $18.99 or whatever. But then if you get the used version, it's like $6, $7.
And of course, CDs don't dilute from being used. It's the same thing. It's not like a tape or a record.
But here's the question I had for you. I have now got, I've got 2,000-3,000 CDs on CD racks in my room. Every time I move, I gotta box them up alphabetically. They're heavy.
Gotta be.
At what point do I say goodbye? And what do I do? Take them and sell them for $1 a piece? These are the CDs.
You sit and rip them into your iPod or whatever.
Yeah, who's going to do that? I could hire a team of doctors to do that for a week.
And you know what? You lose quality when you do that.
Well, every time a generation.
Right.
Every time you lose a generation. But I'm getting sick of dusting them. And
I say keep them.
Yeah, I threw out all my tapes and I regret it. And you remember how many tapes I had?
So
I had more tapes than anyone.
There's your answer right there. You already did it once.
Thousands.
Don't do it again. But I think the CD playing technology is going to be, I don't think that's going to die off. Like record players died off somewhere in the early, mid-90s. Well, I think CDs are going to be around for a while because people are, of course, buying songs from iTunes and bringing them on CDs. But here's the other thing. How does this affect artists, the whole online music sales? Because a lot of big bands like Nine Inch Nails, the Eagles, Madonna, they don't need a record company. They don't need to release records. They can release it online. People can download it. According to this Rolling Stone article that in this month, Trent Reznor made like $1 million in like 2 weeks from releasing his new album online direct to the public.
Right.
Of course, that works for a guy like Nine Inch Nails, like Trent Reznor, because he's known. Or the Eagles made a specific deal with Walmart where it was their record. They sold it Walmart exclusive. They made the biggest royalty rate ever. But what if you're just, Mike's band down the road?
Right.
You need a little more than a MySpace page.
Right.
So are labels still viable? Or how are they dealing? See, they don't know how to deal with this online sales.
They're always going to need labels to discover and develop the artists.
Yes.
The distribution and the brick and mortar are the places that are really going to be dinosaurs here. But you're always going to need a label for A&R, publicity, promotion.
Right.
There's still a place for it.
Right.
But, as much as that as you can remove anyway, I'm in favor of. The more power you put in the hands of the musicians and the fans and take it out of the fat cats, chomping on a cigar, I'm in favor of it.
I don't mind the fat cats chomping on cigars as long as if they're doing something. But the thing is now they're doing less.
Right. Well, they're making less too.
And they're making less, so the cigars are going to become, Vantage cigarettes and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
A white owl. Wow. Yeah, it's a good point. It really is. We're just going to have to see. I think nobody really knows what's going to happen. Every 6 months there's this new wrinkle, and I think everybody just needs to hold on tight. Technology moves faster than boardrooms and courts. Also, in closing, we're going to close a little different this time. We are sitting in the dark. We represent the record companies, and we're currently sitting in the dark.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
nice. Nice way to take us out there. Good save. So
thank you very much. So, metaphorically, we are sitting in the dark, as is the music business.
But we are far from the record labels. We are the up-and-coming.
We don't work for them. We work for you.
Yes. So, and we'll talk about this much more to come because this is an ever-changing thing. So, thanks for watching. Of course, you're technologically savvy. You buy your songs.
Sure.
Go buy wherever you want and subscribe to our podcast, FrustratedRockstars.com and iTunes or Zune, and give us some feedback at the website or leave us feedback wherever. YouTube, we will respond. We will respond.
We will respond.
You can't see that, but I'm really moving because I'm showing my emotion. So
where's my watch?
We'll catch you later. Thank you so much.
Bye. Well, there you go. It's over.